For Jaco and Dom, learning on the job hasn't always been easy.
A quarter of the building's missing.
We really have to get this cladding right.
But as their tiny house has taken shape around them, good decisions have outweighed the bad.
I don't think I get this excited about tapware.
And at last, things are starting to fall into place.
I'm really happy with the decisions I've made, and I can see how it's going to look amazing.
Staying dry over winter, Jaco and Dom's tiny house has been built in an airport hangar, meaning that there's still work to do on the Raglan site to get things ready for moving day.
So the plan today is to get the caravan off the section. It was an interesting process getting it up. It's going to be an interesting process getting it down. The wheels might not move, or the caravan might come and the base of it may stay. Righto, good luck. It's all right. It was a pleasant relief. The wheels started turning. I was worried that it was just going to drag itself down the hill and be quite chaotic. Just seemed to drive away. See you later, caravan. Well, I shouldn't have been surprised with such a lovely caravan. Now it's one step closer to getting the house here. I can almost taste the beer on the deck right now. Hear the music, smell the barbecue. Exciting.
In the final 2 weeks of the build, attention is now turned to interiors and installations.
Good, here you go.
Often overlooked, lighting design is of crucial importance, especially in such a small space. Jaco's been charged with figuring out how it all works.
As you can see, we've got all 4 lamps loaded up.
Yep.
Now we can go in and change any of the colours of the lamp. Slide your finger around and release it.
Hey, that's awesome.
There's about 16 million colours I think you can play with. Even though they're all on the same circuit, we can operate them individually or set it to what we call scenes.
Yeah, scenes?
Yep.
I like a sunset. Raglan always has a good sunset.
It does, awesome.
There we go, it's the Raglan sunset. That's very, very cool.
Dom's main focus from day one has been the kitchen, and she can't wait to see her vision come together. She hopes.
Yeah, you've got 300 doors, but just your cabinet's not the right one then.
All the cabinetry has arrived ready to install, but a piece seems to be missing.
It was 600 mil, and then we said the gap between the fridge is too small because you need 20 mil either side of the fridge, and if it's a 495 fridge, the gap had to become 550, which then a 600 fridge didn't fit in. So that's why the cupboard turned to 500.
We thought we'd problem solved it a while back, and then trying to get your head back into what we were thinking then takes a bit of time.
So if we allow 550 for your fridge, then we have your 400 cupboard.
If we ever come back and want to change our floor, we'll see all these drawings and reminisce over them, won't we?
It will all work. We just need to swap out that door.
So we can just carry on today, and it's just the door we need.
Yep.
Good.
Rock on, let's get stuck in.
I've actually planned the rest of the house around the kitchen because it's such a central point. The rest of the house had to fit in with it.
Beauty, mate.
That's where we're going to be spending most of our time with our friends and family, so I had to get it right.
There are just a few last jobs to tidy up before moving the building onto site, where the final fit-offs will happen.
Actually seeing it really coming together is...
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Jaco and Dom have reached a major milestone, and it's time for the next step. After a long few months, moving day is finally here.
Today's a pretty massive day. We're going to get the house out of the hangar, so we're looking forward to A, getting it started, and then B, getting it out nice and smoothly, and we're good to go.
4620.
Relocating the tiny house is a complicated process, and Brad and Jaco will be keeping a close eye on things.
Pretty nervy sort of a day today. What's going to happen is we've got a couple of fork hoists. We're going to put a fork in from each end, lift it up, spin it around, and once we get it facing in the right direction, we'll just drive straight out and then jack it up and whack a trailer underneath it. So it all sounds good in theory, but we'll see how it goes.
What could go wrong at this stage, Brad?
I don't know, to be fair, Rowan.
What if the house falls off the forklift, smashes into the side, hits power lines, catches on fire? I'll just cross my fingers and bite my fingernails and turn away from time to time.
Once it's out on the pavement, It'll all be sweet as.
I'm a little nervous. I didn't know quite how to feel when I was in there because you hear these croaks and these groans and you're like, what is it? Is it, you know, the bits of timber underneath the house, or is it the house, or is it the tiles? I think if I wasn't worried, there'd be something wrong.
She'd be right. It should be pretty well designed that nothing really does happen. There's a lot holding it together.
I just watched other people's reactions and just hope for the best.
She's up.
To witness the moment firsthand, Tane, the tiny house architect, is also on site to see his design set out in timber.
So now that it's being moved around the hangar, guys, how do you think it's going to hold up for the big trip?
Listening to all the creaks and cracks and the movement and the juttering, I think the worst of it will be in the hangar here. Once it gets on the truck, I think it'll be sweet.
I hope you counted all those nails you put in there.
Yeah,
you put enough in. I've got no concerns with the move for the house. It's built really well. Brad's done a great job of it. It's going to travel really well down to Raglan, and once it's on the site, you won't even know that it wasn't built there in the first place.
Missing the action is Dominique, who's just delivered their second baby ahead of schedule. So Jaco's making sure he captures every moment of it to share with her.
Oh, and the sun's on it. Woohoo! I'm super, super happy that it's out. And just to see it in the light for the first time. Oh, nice.
It's a good feeling to see it on the truck, and we can't wait now for the big drive down to Rags. I don't know which is the hard part, this part or getting it up on site. We'll soon see.
Feeling awesome. Everything's still intact, and now it's officially on its way. So I couldn't be happier. It's just that little bit closer, and yeah, can't wait till tomorrow.
With phase 1 complete, there's still a long journey ahead. To minimise any disruption on public roads, the tiny house has been transported at midnight. With a clear run, the truck should reach Raglan by morning. And right on schedule, Jaco and Dom's tiny house has arrived. The full contingent, including 1-week-old baby Addison, are all there to see their new home on location for the first time. Getting the tiny house up on site presents a number of challenges. It will need to negotiate a narrow driveway, be lifted and then reorientated on a very small section. The removal company has their work cut out.
Feeling really nervous. Doesn't seem like a natural way to put a house onto a section. These guys know what they're doing there. It was incredible to watch the house get pulled up on site. The guys seemed to be quite relaxed the whole time, and I was just sitting there just watching it, just going, wow. Like, here it goes, the angles that was going on.
There was a couple of stages there where the slope of the section sort of came into play and looked a bit scary, but these guys do it for a job. They made it happen.
So what do you reckon?
Looks amazing, yeah. Really happy. I'll be happy when it's on. It's still a bit nerve-wracking seeing it get spun around.
Yeah.
But even seeing it now, I'm like happy with like even the little choices that were made.
Yeah.
Like the cedar and stuff like that.
Oh, the cedar's a winner.
That'll be sweet by the time this comes around parallel. That'll be mint.
It's looking good. It's looking really good. I can't believe how calm they've been, but oh, it's an incredible feeling.
Propped up on stilts, the next step will be to dig in and lay the foundation piles.
I'm so proud of what we've achieved. Like, this is what we dreamed of so many summers, so many times in tents, caravans. So to be here and what we've created, and Dom, she's done a great job with the design. It just looks phenomenal.
As Jaco and Dom look on, their tiny house is finally home. Dom and Jaco, so nice to see you. It looks fantastic. Absolutely stunning.
We absolutely love it.
Oh, that's incredible. You probably haven't even realised what you've done, but you have done it. It's a reality. Yeah. It is here.